Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Delta MSG studios. John Giannone, Steve Valiquette. You heard Joe Micheletti say this one is going to hurt a little bit because, boy, for about 55 minutes, the Rangers played so well. And when you consider that both of the goals were basically identical plays, broken plays, that makes the hurt a little bit harder.
It just stings, right? Look, the Rangers win 9-0 on Wednesday, and with 7 minutes to go in this game, it's 1-0. You know, and I'm thinking to myself as I'm preparing for the post game, what a story that is, right? Now, the Rangers had the puck behind their own net with 7 minutes to go, and it's a controlled breakout, and there was no mistakes being made. They got up the ice, they had a decent forecheck, but it was a transition backhand pass that got through all three zones, and now the Washington Capitals got into their setup, John, and this just didn't happen too frequently in this game where you saw the Caps actually get into their spots to get looks. And we talked about how their power play was, it's really important not to let them set up, not to get in the zone, get into their spots. Well, they didn't for most of the evening. And then the one time they do at the end of the game becomes twice. And it's hard to believe. It's a hard pill to swallow for a young hockey club to play that well and lose. So that's going to have to be the hard lesson there where they're going to have to recover for tomorrow night's game.
It's hard to believe until you realize that Alex Ovechkin scored him twice. He has 720 in his career, and often he finds the puck, sometimes the puck finds him, and we saw a little bit of that. The Rangers rode a one-goal lead through most of the game. Late in the first period, they got on the board, and it was Artemi Panarin on the power play for the goal.
And I think that, you know, when you look at this game, and we're going to dissect it further, the byproduct of a great defensive game was all the great habits and details and defensive assignments and positioning. And I thought the Rangers were outstanding. I mean, they gave the Caps nothing. And when you look at the way that they actually transitioned that into offense, you got to like the fact that Panarin's able to get again in on the scoring. We've talked about this. Here's a good habit, though. I mean, it's Strome getting the puck from one side of the ice to the other. The habit of having good support from Zibanejad now allows the puck to go the width of the ice. Kreider notices right here, along with Strome, 4 Caps are deep on their PK. Then you know the points are open. Panarin now gets it. He gets the long pass all the way down to Zibanejad. The Rangers are moving the puck a lot, but also have to do it with meaning and support. And there's no real intense instinct that I have here to say it looks like the Caps are defending this well. They're just making sure they're allowing the Rangers to move into their own setup. The puck gets off the post here. This is a broken play, so it's a favorable bounce. And the play across from Strome to Panarin, it's really just the Caps running out of position after trying to defend. And they had a very passive penalty kill that the Rangers took advantage of. But a lot of good things there, and you know, you're looking at the offensive side of the game, and it really supported the defensive side of the game.
Panarin now with 7 points in his 4 games since his return from the 9-game absence. So again, Rangers had the lead into the third period. Boy, through 2, Washington, the second best offense in the NHL, had nothing. 11 shots on goal, only 30 shot attempts. What were the Rangers doing that was preventing that team from doing anything?
They had great sticks, they had blocks, they had physicality. I mean, all of the above. When you see a team buying into a coach's message, and this has been all year long, right? You see it then work, well, then you see the players do it more frequently because they know it's something that they can get offense from, but they also know they can shut you down. And when you see the Rangers keeping their sticks on the ice and keeping their knees off the ice, I see plays being broken up. I see plays with opportunity to go the other way. I love the fact here that Miller hits the stick of Char on the breakaway and doesn't get to his hands. So the details and the focal points of how they're actually using their stick, never careless, but they're using it as a tool and as a weapon to really help them move the puck. And then when you have to get physical or maybe make a play where your body has to get involved, you get some offense from it. See the Rangers here being net front, very tough, getting in the lanes, good sticks, boxing out. Not a lot of scoring chances. The scoring chances in this game for the Capitals is going to be really low, John. Probably an expected goals below 2. All right, because this right here is the way you want to play top-ranked D, and you got the mouth to back it up because he's not afraid to put him down too. Lindgren's going to stick up for himself, and a few shenanigans here from the Caps, but Brendan Dillon's going to get in Lindgren's ear here. We both know that Lindgren's somebody that's going to stick up for himself, so that doesn't bother him any. And if anything, that just gets him in the game.
So the third period progressed, and the Caps still didn't get very many shots on goal. Alex Georgiev's shutout streak reached 113 minutes. and then the other Alex on the other side struck. 2 goals in 3 minutes, 9 seconds, both in identical fashion off of broken plays.
Right, and the first one off of Kuznetsov, right? Broken play. This might surprise some people. The Rangers have only allowed 39 broken plays all season long. That's second fewest in the NHL, next to the New York Islanders. Very good structural and defensive team. So the Rangers now have a theme going this season where they've really cleaned up their D zone, but they're not giving broken plays. And broken plays typically happen when your defensemen run out of position and it goes off of a shin, a skate, or a shin pad and ends up back of your net. But there's nothing here for Lindgren to do. He's got his man. If anything, the Caps were smart and a little bit lucky by having 2 red sweaters off that far post. We talk about this a lot, John, where that offense comes from. And they did have that pressure, so they forced you to defend. But, geez, the big picture, again, for the Rangers is almost rinse and repeat, guys, because you play that way every night, you're going to have a lot more wins than you're going to have losses.
So 2 right shot defensemen from the left circle, one-timers, forced Georgiev out of the net, left Alex Ovechkin alone to score twice. Now 720 career goals. 2-1 loss for the Rangers, a tough one.